Welcome to California in Focus. I'm Keegan Kernodle, and joining me today is the Center Square's California reporter, Kenneth Schrupp. Now, Kenneth has reported on a series of lawsuits from the DOJ in California regarding illegal immigration. Can you tell us more about that, Kenneth?
Hey, Keegan. So the Department of Justice has filed a lawsuit against the city of Los Angeles' sanctuary city policies, citing the supremacy clause in the U.S. Constitution. According to the city of LA, about 1 in 10 LA residents may be an illegal immigrant. That number may be higher, may be lower. Second, the Department of Justice has filed a lawsuit against the Orange County Registrar of Voters for refusing to provide records about the removal of non-citizens from voter registration lists and for failing to maintain accurate voter lists. So we have two DOJ cases on the matter of immigration and immigration with regards to voting.
So can you tell me more about the Los Angeles Sanctuary City Ordinance?
This ordinance bans the direct and indirect sharing of data with federal immigration authorities, very similar to that state sanctuary law that I was talking about earlier. And legislators have even said that it's actually because of these sanctuary laws that the federal immigration agents have to go to conduct raids in communities instead of being able to receive transfers of criminals from prison or jail. And, as our other immigration and border reporters have noted, a lot of these individuals who are being targeted for deportation raids are generally people who have been convicted of crimes. And there are many times where, due to the sanctuary policies of the state, of the city, that a transfer and notification was not able to be made, and these people were not able to be transferred and deported.
Can you give us an example on what types of people are being targeted?
Our border reporter wrote a story about how Cuban national Daniel Oiel was arrested after violating a 2004 removal order. He'd been illegally living in the U.S. for more than 20 years after his 2004 removal order, and his criminal history includes arrests for murder, burglary, armed robbery, battery, driving under the influence, transporting and selling narcotics, and convictions for possessing crack cocaine with the intention to sell. The DHS has released reports of a lot of these individuals who they've targeted, and they generally do seem to be people who have been convicted of violent or serious crimes.
The mayor of Los Angeles had a response for the DOJ lawsuits. Can you get in that for us?
Yeah, so Mayor Karen Bass had a press conference after the lawsuit was filed. She called it, quote, an all-out assault against Los Angeles, end quote. She did note that LA has had policies limiting some cooperation with federal law enforcement for decades. Earlier during the riots, LA police chief noted that, look, we want people to still be able to call the police when they're in trouble. We don't want people to target illegal immigrants for crimes. We don't want people to have fear that they can't report a crime just because of their status of whether or not they're here in this country legally. The city, though, did say that as I noted earlier, city council members have said that their estimates at about 1 in 10 residents in the city are illegal immigrants. And so we don't really know the extent to which that is an accurate number or not. Could be less, could be more. And Mayor Karen Bass also has talked about the fact that she thinks that the majority of people who have been detained and arrested have no criminal history at all. But again, there have been a lot of arrests of violent convicted felons, including gang members and watch list terror suspects as well. So, we do have to balance that with the mayor's statements with what DHS has said.
Now, what else is the city doing, for this?
So Los Angeles and nearby cities in LA County have announced that they're canceling their 4th of July celebrations over concerns of public safety and ICE agents making possible arrests. So cities doing this include Whittier, Bell Gardens, Cudahy, and Huntington Park. These are, much more Hispanic communities.
Before we wrap up here, let's talk about that other lawsuit over in Orange County?
So the Department of Justice did file a lawsuit against the Orange County Registrar of Voters, and it says that the registrar is not providing records about the removal of non-citizens from voter registration lists and for failing to maintain these accurate voter lists. But more specifically, it's saying that the registrar is not providing the personal information of who has registered to vote, who is not supposed to have, and how many times they might have voted. Because that could provide the basis for really thinking, okay, well, has this changed the outcome of elections? What's the scale of this? The Orange County registrar is appearing to mostly be complying with the DOJ's requests, but it is relying on state law, which says that there are some records that it can't share. So because of this case, we have the federal order. We have the federal government requesting information using federal statute, and we have a county government that is withholding some of the information citing state law. So generally the, federal law preempts state law. Again, supremacy clause of the U.S. Constitution, just as with the other case of federal immigration law superseding state and city immigration rules. So, we're going to see where this lawsuit goes. And we're going to see where this lawsuit goes and what kind of information we can get about non-citizen voter registration and non-citizen voting in Orange County. I do want to note, though, that in the consolidated city county of San Francisco, non-citizens have been allowed to vote for school board elections since 2016. And that last year, there was a ballot measure in Santa Ana, which is a city in Orange County, where residents voted on whether or not to allow illegal immigrants to vote in all municipal elections. 1/3 of voters voted for the measure, 2/3 didn't, so it didn't pass. But again, we're really in California testing the boundaries of who is allowed to vote regardless of citizenship, and that's going to be an evolving court battle.
Well, thank you, Kenneth, for reporting on this for us. Listeners and viewers can keep up with this story and more at thecentersquare.com.